So you're thinking of selling your home. Maybe you've built up some good equity over these past few crazy years in the real estate market and you want to cash out on it, or you want to upgrade, or you want to downgrade, or whatever your reason is for selling. Today is going to be a comprehensive, basically a tutorial on what to do, what to look for, and how to do it. Those are all basically those are the same thing. And all of these things are going to result in you getting more money for your property. At the end of the day, putting more money in your pocket. And that's what we're all about. As a professional real estate agent and owner of Boss Properties LLC, a local real estate company, it's my job to help sellers get the most out of their assets. Make me a deal. If you get any value or information out of today's video, hit that like and subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. And my name is Greyson Roberts, a realtor and owner of Boss Properties. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest with the absolute best, you can definitely reach out to me 24/7. Any questions or concerns, or maybe you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in the greater Springfield, Missouri area, anything like that, I'd be more than happy to help you out. Now, let's talk about things that you need to keep in mind to make more money when you're listing and selling your home. Now, the first hot topic is to get an agent or not get an agent. And that depends on a lot of things, mostly depending on you, not so much the property. There are certain people out there that absolutely swear against Asians. Not Asians. Although there are people who hate Asians. But people that just don't like agents, don't want to work with them for whatever reason. As an agent, I'm not really sure why that is, but I get it. You know, agent fees, 6% on your sale price, can be pretty steep. So a lot of people try to sell it on their own, known as a FSBO or a for sale by owner. But you know, as a real estate professional, I try not to judge anybody, but every time I'm on Facebook Marketplace, I see a FSBO, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're going to get tens of thousands of dollars less for your house because of how bad the pictures are, how bad it's marketed. It's only on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, kind of different pool of buyers there, and the description's not as good, and everything about it is just so low quality. I mean, there's even some real estate agents that throw some stuff up on the MLS that I see that I'm just like, what? Who let you in the door? Who let you get a license, man? You know, it's just, you know, but the FSBOs are always going to be worse than even the worst agents. And you might think, you know, hey, I don't want to pay a 6% agent fee, but you're probably going to pay 3% no matter what, because you got to remember, agents are free for buyers. So even if some random couple goes on Facebook Marketplace and sees your house, they don't know how to do a real estate transaction and they don't want to. Not to mention, a real estate agent for them is free. So you're going to have to probably pay 3% no matter what, because they're immediately going to get an agent. The agent's going to take care of all the paperwork. And so you're going to have to pay fees no matter what. And if you have a good real estate agent, I'm not saying every real estate agent is going to do this, but if you have a good real estate agent that knows how to make money in real estate, then you're actually going to profit from that agent. Their job is to get you the most amount of money possible. And although after today's video, you may not need to hire me to be your listing agent, but hey, I'm just here to help, really, you know? But if you'd like me to take care of it, I'll do that as well. So I always recommend that you get an agent, because they're at minimum going to pay for themselves, and you don't have to worry about any of the, you know, dealing with the appraisers, the inspectors. You don't have to deal with the title company. You don't have to deal with all the ins and outs and millions of moving parts and parties that are involved in a real estate transaction. If you could have none of that, you know, be a worry to you and keep you up at night, while basically having someone who paid for themselves, or maybe even made you more money while taking care of all that work. I mean, getting an agent at first seems really expensive, like a bad idea, but the more you think about it, the more you're like, okay, yeah, getting an agent is probably the best idea. But if you're an experienced investor, you've been in and around real estate, you know how to take good pictures, write good property descriptions, and you know how to properly market, because the most a house is ever going to see is when it's uploaded to the MLS, which the MLS then, you know, that goes to realtor.com and Zillow and all these other apps. So it just really depends. If you are a real estate professional, maybe not licensed, but an investor, maybe even work for a title company, you just know how it works and you're really good at marketing, then yeah, go ahead. You're going to save a lot more money by not paying a listing agent, although you're probably going to have to pay a buyer's agent. But for most people, just get an agent, but please get a good one, for the love of God. Now, the first thing, we're going to talk about pre-listing. you're going to want to clean. You would be shocked at how many homes I see on the MLS represented by a professional real estate agent where the real estate agent didn't have their clients, who's calling me, that might be real estate, that actually might be. And they didn't have their clients, the home sellers and the homeowners, just clean up a little bit. You know, you've got pictures that are taken in portrait mode of like dirty laundry everywhere. That is a horrible first impression. For the love of God, at the bare minimum, clean your home. First impressions are everything. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later, but you don't want someone's knee-jerk reaction on the, MLS or on the Zillow or even going into an open house. You don't want their knee-jerk reaction to be like, ooh, this is messy, cluttered, stinky. I want to get out of here. That is the last thing you want to boost offers. Number 2 is staging your home. You cleaned it, you might as well stage it. Now, you can hire a professional stager yourself. Sometimes an agent will pay for staging, or sometimes an agent that's knowledgeable enough will stage for you. My fiance is starting a home staging business, so it's really easy for me to tap into that industry and stage all of my listings for my clients for free. But basically, you're gonna wanna, take down family photos. You don't wanna walk in there and feel like you're in someone else's space, or you don't want a prospect to walk in there and feel like they're in your house. You want them to envision them living in your house. If you've got a shitload of stuff on the counter, take it off. You don't want your side table to be cluttered with candles, your bedrooms, you want everything to be evenly spaced. Declutter. If there's giant clunky furniture in the spare bedroom, take it out into the garage. Really clean it up, stage it nice. You already cleaned it, so you might as well kind of decorate things and make it more neutral and appealing to a broader audience. If you've got a bunch of bright red roosters in your kitchen, maybe take them out, because not everybody wants bright red roosters. And the stagers kind of have the same effect as the agent. A good stager will pay for themselves, but the goal is to profit. So hiring a good realtor who will hire a good stager, and not every realtor does that because it is a pretty good return on investment. So sometimes they require the seller to hire the stager. Either way, it doesn't matter if you're paying for it or your agent is paying for it. They should pay for themselves. Make sure you look at their portfolio. They do good stuff, because the whole point of staging is, again, to appeal to a broader audience and bring in more offers. I am by no means a professional stager. That is my fiance, but the whole name of the game is to make more money. So stagers help you do that. Number 3 is high quality photos. You would be shocked at how many real estate agents skimp on their photos. And I've almost never seen a FSBO with really, really good photos. Let me put it simple for you. Don't take photos like this. Take them landscape. You want them to fill up the whole screen in the listing and not have ugly black bars. Listen, take an iPhone, turn on all of the lights, every single light, open all of the blinds, make it as bright as possible so more light can get into your camera lens, which results in higher image quality. Turn on all your lights, all your blinds, make sure it's focused, make sure they're consistent. You don't want to take one up here, one down there, one kind of from the side and tilted. Make sure they're consistent. Start with the outside of the house. Take pictures, nice and easy and consistent. Have a nice flow. You come in through the foyer, the living room, kind of turns around to the kitchen. There's an obvious flow and kind of consistency. That's basically all real estate professional photographers do, is they take high quality, bright images that have good flow. That's it. Speaking of first impressions start online, whether they're looking from the MLS or they're looking from Zillow or anything like that. If you have ugly, kind of sketchy pictures, that's going to translate into what they think, how you took care of the house. It's not the best. So first impressions begin online with pictures. Too many people overlook that. Too many real estate agents skimp on it and don't hire professional photographers. Just learn how to take good pictures. You could do it yourself. All right, now moving on to things to do while it's listed. Keep it perfect. Keep it, all of the work you've done, you need to keep it that way. It's no good if you just do it for pictures, and when people have a great first impression online, they come in and they're disappointed. You don't want them to have that feeling. It's always better to under-promise and over-deliver. Of course, you're gonna have to edit your photos and make them look really good so the most amount of people come in, but you want the most amount of people that come in to walk out being like, oh my gosh, it's just like the pictures or even better, and I wanna place an offer and create a bidding war, because that's the best situation you can get in as a home seller. So make sure you keep that level of quality that you portray online. I know your home is not gonna feel like a home for a little bit. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be 30 to 60 days max. maybe a little bit longer depending on the market, of course, but just deal with it. Once it's under contract, you can kind of let loose a little bit because they've seen the house, they know it's under contract. Just make sure you don't put any holes in the walls or paint the walls or something weird like that could make them back out of the deal no problem and keep their earnest money. And there's not really a whole lot to do. I mean, the whole real estate transaction process is kind of complicated, and we're not even going to get close to getting into that. And if you're a FSBO and you are confident enough to do this on your own, but host an open house. A lot of agents either get lazy or they skip over this. Just host an open house, whether it's yourself or have your realtor do it. Open houses are a great way for people who maybe don't have an agent yet, or maybe they do and they just want to walk in, or they're walking their dogs and they see the sign and they want to buy your house across the street from them, so for an investment or whatever it might be. It does nothing but bring more people in, get more people in the house moving around, and the more people that show up to it, aka the more you market your open house, the more it's going to kind of create this urgency and start a bidding war even further. So there's no reason not to host an open house unless you just have a crazy above asking offer in 30 seconds and you think it's pretty strong and you trust the source. Then maybe it makes sense to cancel the open house, but just have one. And here are some tips. Again, open up all the blinds, turn on all the lights. You want it to be bright. You want people to walk in and be like, whoa, this place gives me energy. Light a candle that's seasonal appropriate. Right now, we're in November. I light fall candles for my open houses. I also go on Apple Music and just get a generic jazz playlist and play that. Have a sign-in sheet so you can track everybody that walks in. You want name, phone number, and email, so that way you can follow up if need be. And smile and answer any questions that people may have. Either you do it or have your real estate agent do it. And there you go. That's everything that you need to keep in mind when listing your home. And of course, if you hire a good realtor, they'll do all of this for you. But it's important to stay educated so that way you know who's doing a good job and who's not doing a good job. If you watch this video and you plan on using an agent, now you're armed with the tools, the education to be like, okay, they're not doing a great job. I need to move on to a different realtor. And of course, if you're in the greater Springfield, Missouri area, Ozark, Nixa, Republic, Willard, anywhere around here, I'd be more than happy to sell your house for you, get you the most bang for your buck. Absolutely. But if you're not in the area and you're watching this video, keep a close eye on your realtor and keep these tips in mind. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.